All right, we are recording, and I'm about ready to take a little ride. Take a little different ride today. I'm not going to take that same trail. All right, here we go. Hopefully my GoPro won't mess with me today. I wish I had an indicator on the top. I can see the flashing light on the screen, but I have to look for it, and it's hard to see it in the sunshine. But I wish they had an indicator on the top to let you know you were still recording. Oh, we got a doggy. Hello. The GoPro seems to want to shut off after like the first 45 seconds of my ride. I don't understand it. I'm not going to make very good time if I have to keep checking to see if the damn thing's still recording or not. I have no idea why it's shutting off every minute. Huh. Weird. All right, this is going through the high school. This is the route I used to take to work. And that's where I'm going to be headed. Speed bump. See if the GoPro that's enough vibration to shut it off. Nope. There's a Rubicon. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to where I used to work. It's a 3-mile ride from my house. And then I'm gonna head back to a bike route that I take that's on the opposite side, closer to my house. It's Saturday morning, so probably quite a few cars out when I get to the busier roads up here. That's good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to invest in a viewfinder, so maybe I can track, be easier to track when this thing shuts off. It's recording now, but I got to look down to see the little flashing light, and it's hard to see when the sun's out and from the angle that the camera is mounted. So yeah, I'm gonna get on Amazon and look. Problem is, that's probably gonna require more battery life. It's always something. I have another theory that there's a mode on this that I don't know about. Maybe like a quick record or something, where if you barely push the record button, it's only gonna record for a minute. And I think that might be the problem. We got a lot of traffic here. Yeah, a little bit of traffic. Yep, woman driver. Woman driver. Welcome to the world of the women drivers. It's a scary world, let me tell you. People in this town have a hard enough time driving as it is, but I've noticed that the women in this town definitely can't drive. I've never been in a car accident, but any kind of near miss has always been because some stupid woman was driving on the opposite side of the road or some bullshit, or on their phone, or something. All right, we're in traffic here. The wind's not quite as bad today. I can feel it. The gas prices are $4.99. $4.99.9, $5. Joe Biden did that. Make no mistake about it. Oh, we've got our great energy producing windmills up here. I'm going to talk about them a little bit when we get up here. Listening to a little bit of Van Morrison today. It's a pretty nice day. It's humid again. It's in the 70s. The wind is just a little less than yesterday, so you can see these three windmills. And if you go about 10 miles east or 10 miles west, they've got like 5 or 6 more. But this is the route I would take to work. And like I said, it's 3 miles from my house. But I started recording at the high school, which is about 3/4 of a mile from my house. So this is my ex-employer coming up right here. There's 2 buildings. I'm gonna stop right here. No factory tours at this facility. Yeah, they changed that. So this is where I used to work, but this isn't the building I worked in. This is a warehouse. And as you can see over here, that's one of the windmills that they installed. And I was at the departmental meeting when they were doing this, because they were also revamping the warehouse. This building over here, way over there, this big building, that's where I used to work. That's the machining shop. That's the assembly. That's the paint. They also paint in there. It's a paint, they got 2 paint lines, and the whole back of the building is a machining shop. They've also got like engineering in there and HR and all this. All this building is over here is nothing but a big warehouse. It's like a shell inside. So these windmills were installed basically for cosmetics. Because I asked them, I said, oh, the facilities are going to be energy independent now, right? And they laughed and they were like, oh, these couldn't generate, they these things generate less than 10% in a month. It's probably a lot less than that of what it takes to operate these facilities. This is basically just city credit and cosmetic. Yeah, they're being sold a bill of goods when it comes to this wind and solar. The future energy should be atomic, but nobody wants to talk about that because it doesn't make people feel good to talk about atomic. Atomic is a no-no because it doesn't make it doesn't make people feel good, all warm and fuzzy. But the windmills and the solar power, do these idiots realize that the sun is nothing but a giant fusion generator, a fusion reactor? Well, why not build our own fusion reactors and make our own suns, you know, in the abstract, for energy? And it's clean, renewable energy. But it doesn't make people feel good. You can't do policies on feelings. This is the percentage, 0, that government should have any influence on economics, energy, any of that stuff. Politicians should have 0 influence in any of this. Because what do politicians do? Feelings. They advocate for people, policies that make people feel good. And it's going down a fucking, they're gonna ruin the country. They're already doing it. It's a joke, it's a scam, it's a fraud. All of this stuff is a fraud. Now, do wind and solar have a place? Yeah, of course. It's supplemental. And is, you know, maybe a future? Sure. There might be some future. But it's still, at this point, supplemental. If you could supplement 5% of the global energy with wind and solar, that would be amazing. But they're not talking that way. They're talking about 100%. And it's a fucking fallacy. It's a myth. It's delusion. That's why these politicians, I think the life of a politician should be 5 years. Because every politician in their prime political lifespan think that they can change the world. But if they know they're only going to be in the position for 5 years, they're not going to do that. They're going to advocate for what's best for now. But they want to advocate for this fantasy world that we're nowhere near close to. I know that guy, by the way. He's in maintenance. The maintenance department has to go from this building over here to the building that I'm in front of. There's one maintenance department. But they said at that meeting, they were like, yeah, they laughed. They were like, no, we're not going to be energy independent. These things can't even begin to power what they need, these facilities need. And this warehouse facility behind me doesn't take much. There's like maybe 10 stand-up forklifts in there, and there's racks in there. They don't even have a ventilation system. The building looks good, but inside it's nothing but a fucking shell. It's a warehouse. Now this building over here takes quite a bit to run. It's got a wastewater system. It's got all of that stuff. They have to convert the wastewater. It's got it's got offices. It's got a whole machining department. It's got a whole maintenance department, engineering department, everything. It's got paint lines. The paint lines take a lot to run. There's a double conveyor system that runs throughout the whole, basically half the building. It's part of the paint department. So, yeah, but the point is, these windmills don't do shit. And it's a joke. Now, I'm sure there's some place on the globe where windmills are a little more viable and they contribute a little more energy to whatever location. But it's a fallacy to think that we're just going to go, well, 100% renewable energy. Nope, atomic is the future. But you're never going to get that when you've got politicians that think that they're gonna change the system. You know, so that's one thing I like about Elon Musk. I mean, he's not delusional. He's realistic. At least he's trying something. At least he's working on the problem, and he's realistic about the problem. The world is a century away, at least, from making this stuff viable. It's not even close, man. So, yeah. But that's my little 2 cents worth about all this crap going on. And the maintenance on these windmills is a nightmare. They don't run half the time. You can't run them in winter most of the time. They ice up. Yeah, so it takes a lot more energy to do the maintenance on them than those things actually produce. They're basically giant capacitors, and they store very little energy. And they even had a rep from the electric company out here during our meeting and everything. And yeah, it's for city credit. Let me put one more little. So I know a little, I've been involved a little bit in the process. These are put in about 5 years ago. They don't run half the time. Today'd probably be a pretty good day, but those things ain't generating shit. I got news for you. Yep, you're being lied to. Everyone's being lied to with this shit. But probably already knew that anyway. But let's get back. I'm gonna head back. I thought I would just today not go on that one trail, but just go out to my ex-employer. They spinning, bitch. Woo, look at all that energy. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, the wind's a little stronger going. I must have been riding with the wind coming out here. Wind's a little stronger. It's still not producing electricity enough. But yeah, the guy, the head of the engineering team that was going to be putting those in with the help of the city, he's like, oh, it's cosmetic. All right, it's a tax break and it's cosmetic, baby. But then everybody was frowning at me because I was the one answering, I was the one asking the questions. Because, you know, they had out in the company newsletter and on the company, the corporate website, the windmills are coming, wind energy, power, renewable energy, whirlpools going green. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. That's basically what I said. And in the meeting, I raised my hand and my buddy was like, uh-oh. Here we go. My buddy Tim said, put your hand down, you're gonna get fired. I was like, well, somebody's gotta ask the real questions here. If it's cosmetic, what the fuck? I understand it's tax credit, that's fine. They wanna play along with the they wanna play along with the puppet show, the facade, go right ahead. But at least tell people the fucking truth. I'm a lot of things, but delusional isn't one of them. I smell a rat, I call it out. And it's the same with electric cars. It's the exact same thing with electric cars. Makes people feel good. They tell you, politicians tell you there's a problem, and then they have an agenda to try to fix the problem that they tell you is happening. Because it gives the illusion that they're doing something. And it's as simple as that. Hey, look what we're doing. What we need to be doing is what we've been doing. We need to be investing into proven future energy supply, atomic, and continuing with the most viable energy option we have, and that's fossil fuels. Period. I gotta check to see if this is recording. It is. This is annoying having to do this, but I think I solved the problem. Another woman driver stops for no reason. I'm on the side of the road, but they stop for no reason. Sweet sound. Oh, Rubicon. There's a Rubicon. Oh, let's head over to the bike trail a little bit. I hate red lights. Did I ever mention that? You know what? Fuck a red light. Yeah. He's not obeying the city ordinances. Look at that bike rider. That unlicensed bike rider. That irresponsible. Hey, I'm helping the climate change problem right now, you know? Well, no, not really. Because it took electricity to charge my GoPro. Whoops. Sorry, AOC. Sorry, AOC. Good old AOC. Well, she's got a horse mouth. Yeah, well, I'd like to stick something in that horse mouth. That was just wrong. Oh, it's 5. Gas is 5.01 here. Woo, price gouging. No, price gouging doesn't cause, I've been arguing with some morons about the causes of inflation. These idiots are stupid, man. They're fucking ridiculously ignorant. Price gouging doesn't cause inflation. There's one thing that causes inflation at the root. That's government's overspending. The policies that cause the overspending and the manipulation of the money supply in order to pay for that overspending. That's what causes inflation. Period. It ain't Vladimir Putin. It's not some global supply chain. It's government policy, overspending. I'll repeat it. And getting those money printers going to pay for reckless government policy. And this is ridiculous right here. Good thing these guys aren't Antifa. Well, I'd run them over if they were Antifa. Nice, Geese. Nice conservative Geese. All right, all right. Antifa Geese. GLM. Geese's lives matter. I don't even know if those are, I don't know what kind of, I don't really know birds. I just call them ducks. They look like ducks to me. Oh well. So that's another thing everybody's being lied to about. I'm gonna go over this bridge here. I hate when people are on this bridge because they just stand there. Let's go over this bridge. This technically isn't part of the bike trail. This is the frisbee golf. What they call it, ultimate frisbee or whatever. This is a frisbee golf course and two little ponds here. Got a pretty good hill right here, pretty good incline. This is a pretty good workout. I'll be getting back on the bike trail here in a couple minutes. And I'm gonna show the end of the bike trail. And then supposedly where they're gonna have the future of the bike trail. It's not really a trail, it's a path. Technically, I don't know. I guess a trail and a path are the same things, I don't know. When I think of a trail, I don't think of paved asphalt. And when I think of a path, I think of paved asphalt. But that's just me. It is bad. But yeah, all this horse shit, political lies about inflation, it's getting old. And of course, the brainwashed sheep who voted for these clowns in the first place, oh, it's Vladimir Putin. That shit's been going on over there for fucking 20 years. Give me a break. Funny when their political opponents are in power, all of a sudden it wouldn't have been Vladimir Putin's fault or global supply chains. It would squarely be on the shoulders of their political opponent. Every time. Here's this wooden bridge that I walk at night sometimes. It's very dark. And sometimes there's some meth heads or heroin junkies, that one or two sometimes, that hang out there. They kind of camp out there for like a day until the police come by. I'm gonna check to see if this is still recording. It is. All right. Wonder how much those little viewfinders are and how much power they take. So we're actually coming to the end of the bike path right up here. And I'm gonna ride around the block to see where they plan on putting the future continuation of it. I doubt if it's ever gonna happen. I mean, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, right here it says bike route end. And this is about 500 yards from my house, I'd say. So I'm gonna turn back this way. Because supposedly, according to the Tecumseh Trail map online, the future route is being planned back here. The continuation to Union City, Indiana. Union City's a weird town. It's split in two. It's divided on the border of Ohio and Indiana. So there's also Union City, Ohio, and half the town is Union City, Indiana. In the early 80s, my mom taught high school in Union City, Indiana for about 2 years. But supposedly back here somewhere, the trail is going to continue. Ah, I think I see it. I think right down this strip here. Well, I think they've already started. I have not seen that. I think they've already started to continue it. Let's go down this alley. Hopefully this is an alley. This is not an alley. This is a goddamn driveway. I did it again. I did it again. I'm a fucking menace. No wonder people hate me around here. Can't be my personality. I mean, you know. Maybe it's my Joe Biden sticker on my bike. There's the mortgage company for my house. Okay, where's this trail? I think I'm seeing things, but I sure don't see any continuation. But supposedly they're gonna continue it around here somewhere. I thought I saw something, but apparently I didn't. This is the west side of Greenville. I sure don't see to me so easy. Go. Go. Another woman driver. Oh, that bike. That bike's like 40 yards away. What am I gonna do? But supposedly, trail, I keep saying trail, the bike path is gonna be continued somewhere in the future. Where in the hell they're gonna do it? They're gonna have to go through people's yards. Fuck if I know. Oh well. So it's probably not gonna happen. Get down so easy. I mean, I guess they could use the utility right away on some of the properties, but that gets a little dicey. Oh well. So I'm not going near as far today as I have been the last 3 days. Everybody's got Jeeps around here but me. God damn it. All right, I'm gonna head home. Probably only got about a 7-mile ride today or something. Hey, doggy. Hey, love to be slow and easy. It's a nice day. I gotta mow my backyard. There's another Jeep. Everybody's got, dude, this is like the town of the fucking Rubicons, man. Everyone's got a badass Jeep around here. Not my dumb ass. I should have sold all my crypto when it was $45,000. And I could have gotten one. No, but I was a dumbass. Held on to it. Held on to the Ponzi scheme. Should have known it was going to go to shit when Joe Biden came in. And I have a feeling it's never going to recover because it's a bubble. It's artificially propped up, for one. And then and at the end, it really doesn't have any value. It's only as valuable as the innovation. And the innovation is being stifled, so yeah. Hey, there's our mail carrier. All right, well, that does my ride today. It's a short one. Hey, it's still recording. All right. I like it. That's no mail for me in 2 straight days. Good. I like that. All right, well, I'm going to unhook this. I'm going to stop the recording.